Hey Todd, a Memphis actor and author comes back home from Hollywood with a gripping tale that combines science and scripture. John Prather previews his novel next on Live at 9. We'll tell you where you can meet him too.
9:38 is the time now. Welcome back to Live at 9. A fitness trainer turned actor is now flexing his muscles as an author.
John T. Prather is out with his debut novel, and boy, it's been keeping me up here in the last week or so. The Nephilim Virus, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, draws on passages in the Bible to weave a thrilling new apocalyptic tale in which the human race faces extinction. John, good to have you back home. Okay, so I looked up Nephilim. Is that how it's pronounced?
Nephilim, yeah.
It first appears in Genesis. I had never noticed it before.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's one of those obscure passages that no one really pays attention to. It's fascinating.
And so the reference in Genesis says it's what?
It's so this race of basically kind of giants, superhumans. So it says the sons of God came down and had relations with the daughters of men and created this race of giants. And so, yeah.
And that's all it says about it,
And that's all it says. And there's a lot, you know, if you research it, you will get pages and pages and pages, obviously, on Google and in many books written, but we really don't know a whole lot. A lot of it is just kind of conjecture.
Which just allows this imagination to work overtime, right?
Is that what happened to you? You read it and you caught your attention, so what? You say, what? And then you went and you did the research, and is that where the germs
Yeah, absolutely. Started? It really just kind of popped into my head one day. I had this idea of a virus that has infected, you know, 2/3 of the world, and I, for a long time, never knew what I was going to do with it. And then one day, that kind of passage popped into my head, and I kind of batted things around in my mind. And so I just started writing. I started it as kind of a short story. I'll just write it, kind of get this idea out of my head and come back to it later. And it just kept on going and kind of developed into this book. So,
wow. Okay, so the virus infects people in two ways, basically.
Yes.
How?
So it infects the majority of people. It turns them into just kind of these animalistic creatures who are just trying to destroy everything. So
like
they're
Satan, like a dark.
Yeah. So they're just you know, it enhances their body. It makes them super powerful, super fast, super strong.
And they can't be killed.
And they can't be killed. So it's kind of got the zombie vibe to it, except for they're not like dead. They're like super alive. But they also, their brain has kind of been stunted, so they are kind of just base animalistic creatures. No conscience. They just like to eat, and you know, that creates a lot of problems for.
The story
Everybody
has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and I'm trying to figure out how you come to an end with a story like this. I know you probably, with your imagination, but did you have to reach back to the Bible to try to come up with an ending to this?
Well, the reaching back to the Bible kind of had when I had to kind of weave these Nephilim through history. So I kind of had to trace them a few points through the Bible and create kind of a backstory for them, because you can't just have them, for me, you know, 4,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago, or whatever, and then all of a sudden show up today. I had to kind of explain that. So part of it reads as a little bit of a detective novel, because the main character, Nick, wakes up and he has to figure out, you know, wakes up from this coma and he has to figure out why this world has changed and what this virus is, and find out where it came from and why it's turning people into these...
and it's not like you have a whole lot in the Bible, because they only appear, and it's not a virus in the Bible either.
No, it's not.
I mean, you just kind of took the idea of these super creatures and ran with it.
And I kind of felt like, what would it be like if these super creatures were alive today? So that's what the virus turns the other, you know, small percentage of people into super intelligent, also super strong, but also just highly intelligent individuals who are, you know, trying to take over the world. So are they good or bad?
Fish out of water thing, if you're bringing them from there to here and into this time frame.
And then picture the poor normal people.
yeah, exactly. Which the main character, Nick, is. He wakes up and he doesn't know what's going on, and he's, you know, trying to figure out also why they're interested in him. So
there's been such a popularity in this kind of, it's not really a genre, but like the Da Vinci Code and that sort of supernatural, sort of biblical base, like religion. I know this is going to be a movie. Has anybody optioned it?
Not quite yet, but we do have a couple. You know, we do have a couple of leads. Megan Fox read it. She absolutely loved the book.
Yeah, I saw. She suggested
so
that.
she was nice enough to write an endorsement for me. So, you know, we have some feelers out there, some options. So we'll see how it goes. But when I wrote it, you know, being an actor, I wrote it kind of with a movie in mind. So the scenes, you get in, you get out, something happens. So
yeah,
it's
they're
very
short.
quick paced.
Yeah, the dialogue is very crisp. It's really
So
good.
if somebody wants to come say hello to you, and I understand you got a signing coming up?
Yes, we have a signing at Novel Bookstore. We'll be there this evening at 6 o'clock, so come say hi.
So I always, whenever I read a book that really screams movie, who do you envision playing Nick? There has to be somebody running the
You know what? I could make a great Nick.
I love it.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise could make it.
Yeah.
You could do the whole Sylvester Stallone thing, like he wrote Rocky, and he said, "No, you're not making it
Absolutely.
unless I start."
I don't know if I would draw the line that hard, but absolutely. Now I would be in it. There's another great character that I like named Asher, and I'm actually working on a second novel now, and he's the main character of the second one. So I also could be talked into Asher if I had to, but. Yeah.
They are your books. So
yeah, exactly, right?
You might have a little say so.
Yeah, a little bit of say, hopefully. So.
Thank
Hold
you so
the
much.
line.
Yeah,
Hold the
absolutely.
line.
Thank you.
All right.
Coming up, Christmas on Wheels.
And it's the